Hey there, this is Michael Erdman at My Smart Blog, and in this short training, I'm going to show you exactly how to get 10 times more positive online reviews and eliminate any bad reviews within 48 hours without you having to do any of the work yourself. So there's no sales pitch at the end. It's just training so you can see the value of your online reputation and how to be able to manage that for your own success. So online ratings and reviews of your success helping other people just like your prospects shows them that you can help them too. But the stories have to be told by them. The people who you've served in the past become your best cheerleaders and raving fans online. The thing is, it's hard to stay on top of it with everything else you have to do, so you need to have an automated system to make sure that you get positive reviews and then share them consistently. Now here's the thing, 93% of consumers today read local reviews to be able to decide if a business is good or a service provider is good or not, according to this really recent study that was done by a whole bunch of consumers. That's virtually everyone in the marketplace, and it's your customers too. So in another recent study, they showed that as buyers skew younger, they use the internet more to research and are less likely to limit their consideration to just one real estate agent or one mortgage loan officer or one business of any kind. So you have to get this online reputation issue covered, or you're going to lose business to someone else who does it better. In the graphic, you'll see that the silent generation, the 65 to 75-year-olds, were only about 1/3 of them would consider more than one provider, whereas as it skews younger to the millennials, which is the largest group of home buyers right now, it's double that. It's 2/3. 2 out of every 3 people will consider more than one person. And you can bet, because they're so comfortable with technology, that they're actually looking online to find out information about who they're going to make a decision to use. So here's the thing. The way your prospects think has changed, and that's where the massive internet shift occurred that impacts your business. It's where you absolutely have to focus to win the online marketing battle. So what changed, you might ask? Well, Amazon literally changed how people think about making purchasing decisions. They're really solely responsible for starting this process. They did it back when they were selling books and started to get third-party reviews of the books, and that they found that with positive reviews, it helped to sell more books. So they amplified that, and now it literally drives tons of businesses across the internet. So think about your own purchasing decisions when you've been on Amazon or really any other large internet retailer at this point. But when you went and looked at a product at Amazon the last time, before you actually hit the buy button, do you slide down and look at the ratings, reviews, and testimonials from other customers? If you're like 99% of everyone I ever asked that question to, whether it's in a live audience or on a webinar situation, you're going to say yes to that as your answer to that question, because we all do it. And the people that are looking to make a decision to use you or not are also doing the same thing. They're looking for that third-party validation. And so what's really interesting about that is that that's actually more important than what the company actually probably said about themselves. We look at the ratings, reviews, and testimonials of other third parties and weight that more heavily than what companies or service providers say about themselves in their marketing. And so the thing is, this is pervasive throughout our American culture now. Everyone looks for third-party validation before making a decision. And there's other businesses like Yelp, TripAdvisor, Angie's List. These all grew into billion-dollar businesses. That's with a B, based completely on third-party reviews. So it's one of the biggest paradigm shifts in how people act in human history. People don't just think they can access the internet for information anymore, but they actually believe that they should be able to research the quality of like an offline referral before having to make a call or a commitment to that referral or that person. And so that's really important for your business that you understand that, because now you have to build this online presence in order that when anybody looks for you, even if they've been referred offline, if you want to protect that and put a fence around your business and protect those referrals you would normally already get, you have to have the right presence online in order to make sure that when they do look you up after they've been referred, that they see what they need to in order to close that credibility gap and make sure they pick up the phone and call you as well. Now, everyone is packing a supercomputer around in their pocket these days, and they're addicted to it. So Google's made it easy to access information about literally anything in the world. And so people research. They all think they're their own expert, and they're looking at this as a way to be able to validate the strength of a referral or the quality of a company or service provider online using these tools. And there's a whole series of things that need to be done to build a profitable online presence, but we're just covering one of those. I have 7 of those. There's 7 credibility markers that have to be covered, but this is one of them called raving fans. So look at these statistics. 68% of US consumers said that positive reviews made them more likely to use a business. 73% of consumers trust a local business more based on positive reviews. 48% of consumers need at least a 4-star rating to make a decision to use a business. That's really important because if you have any negative reviews out there, they really impact your business in an incredible way. So it's important to find a way to be able to get rid of those low ratings and get a lot more high quality ratings and do it quickly. So 77% of the consumers think that reviews older than 3 months aren't relevant anymore. And you've probably had that experience. You go to a place, you see a review that maybe is 2 or 3 years old. Say it's a restaurant, 2 or 3 years old. You think, gosh, I don't know, are they still performing at the same level that they were 2 or 3 years ago? But if it's 2 or 3 days ago, you're like, oh yeah, they must be doing exactly what this customer's saying because it was so recent. They were just there. So again, there's 2 important factors for review credibility. The first one, their activity and authority. So more positive online reviews gives you the activity that you need. You just need a volume of them. And then current positive online reviews give you authority. So the more recent the reviews, the more credibility they carry with the end user. And so let's walk through what you need to know now about the solution, okay? Again, no sales pitch here. You're not going to see any sales information on this training. I'm just going to show you how our software solution works in order that you understand how these tools work automatically so that you can win with online reviews. So our product is called Review Rocket, which is an easy way to be able to generate online reviews quickly and consistently without doing any of the work yourself, and that's going to lead you to more raving fans. And so this is the way it works. You can start the feedback process really easy by just going to your dedicated page. You'll enter the person's name, email address, and cell phone number. Or if you want to, you can also download the information from, say, your CRM system or your loan origination software, and then upload everybody in an Excel file all at one time and automatically send out all the requests. What ends up happening is that Review Rocket then requests feedback through both text and email message. And let me tell you something, text is opened way more often than email these days. People are like 9 times out of 10 more likely to respond to a text. And this makes it really simple for them to leave the review right on their phone. And so what happens is you can pick the style of feedback that they provide using a number of different various, what we call funnel options, the way that they move through the software. So there are star ratings. There's ratings like from 1 to 10 of how high of quality service you provided. There's also like the written review style funnels, and you can put them together so you can get both the star ratings, for instance, and the written review if you wanted to have both of those. So it's very flexible in terms of how you gather the information. So this process is simple and effective for your clients, and if it's simple, it gets done, right? So that's a good thing. Now, what sites should you focus on to display your reviews? Well, first and foremost is your own personal marketing website. So anytime someone's actually looking for you and they get to your personal marketing site, whether that's through, for instance, they go to a social media site that they see your Facebook business page, and then they click a link and they get back to your main website, you want to make sure that your ratings and reviews are like high profile where they can easily get to those and see them, because that's, again, the number one thing that people use to make a decision is looking at the experience of other people. And so that's what you want to do. And then once that's in place, you have a great ratings review system in place and attached to your current website, then you can start focusing on some of the other places that you can really build up your reviews as well. Now, 2 of the most important ones are Google and Facebook. Because again, they're the most likely that people will see. Anytime you do a Google search, someone searches for your business name or someone searches for your own personal name if they've been referred to you, then they're going to see the results of Google and any ratings or reviews that have been left on Google. And then same thing for Facebook. Facebook, again, is literally the biggest website in the world with the most traffic and the most eyeballs that stay on it most consistently. So Review Rocket's set up, it's like click a button simple that people, once they leave a positive review, they can actually click over, go directly to those sites, and leave a review there for you as well. So our software automatically detects if a customer is using an Android device or an Apple device, and then it automatically redirects them to the proper review page for their device. Now, here's the thing. This is kind of what they would see if they went to the Google review site. And again, they can just start the review process and leave a review. It's as easy as cutting and pasting what they already typed into our software directly into Google. So it makes, again, it's simple for them to do. It's quick. It's right on their phone. And it's more likely that they're going to leave it in these multiple places if it's a positive review. And then as far as Facebook, here's what that looks like real quick. So again, they just click the Facebook link, and then it would automatically take them to your Facebook business page, which is automatically set up by Review Rocket, attached to your Facebook business page. The client then copies and pastes the review that they already wrote right into any of these sites. So it's, again, very simple, easy to do. Now, it's important to note that if a person leaves a low-quality review, like you see on this slide, where it clicks the no thanks, they don't want to leave a review, or they actually leave like less than, in our software, the standard, if they leave less than a 4-star review, then it automatically detects that, and then it won't even allow them to go and share that to other sites. So it's really important to understand that, because this is smart technology. It does the screening for you, and that's a really important thing. So if that were to happen, and this is again talking about the negative reviews and how to eliminate them, in case that happens, you're notified immediately via email and text message. And so it gives you a chance to get a hold of them right away and try to kind of divert that attention. So try to fix it, overcome the objection, whatever it is that they have a challenge with, you're able to step in the middle of that. I say get in front of that bad news and then fix it so that they don't go out and say, leave you a negative review somewhere else. Now, the good news about using a system like this and doing it up front is if you're the first person that asks them for a review proactively and they had a negative experience for any reason and they leave it with you, you did give them a chance to get it off their chest, and they're much less likely to then go seek out something of, something you can't control, like their own Google account or their Facebook page or Yelp or any other thing that you don't have any control over. Once a negative review gets out in the wild on some other platform, there's nothing you can do to remove it. All you can do is try to be able to overcome that with positive messages. So again, you want to prevent this if at all possible. Now, what's really cool is with this software, all of your consolidated review information is accessible through an easy to understand online dashboard. So you can just literally look at it and see what's going on. Then you can dig into it and find out the details of what that review information is saying. Also, Review Rocket automatically pulls in all of the positive review information from other sites like Yelp, Facebook, Google, and then it'll display them all on your website along with your reviews that are generated through Review Rocket. So it's a way to be able to consolidate everything if people are leaving positive reviews. It won't pull in negative reviews from anywhere else, so it'll only give you the ability to display the positive reviews. Again, that's how you protect your online image. Now, Review Rocket also provides you with a standalone search engine optimized web page. It's its own separate web page apart from your current website that has all of your consolidated positive review information available to the public too. So I always tell people on the internet, it's not either or in this case, it's and more. Having another indexable site that has all positive information about you and specifically with your name on it, because that's the number one search engine term you should be concerned about. It's when someone's referred to you, they're going to go and search your name to find out more information. You want them to be able to find this type of information, which is the conversion. That's how you get them to pick up the phone and call you. And so that's it's included. You don't have to set it up. It's all automated. It just takes care of it. Now, again, you can also install this little simple snippet of code, or if you're a client of ours, we would do it for you. But with most all of these types of softwares, they have very similar functionality. So you could actually just take this little snippet of code and install it on any website that you purchased right now. If you currently have a website, you can take the code, drop it into, create a page on your website, drop the snippet of code in there, and then it would display all of those, both the Review Rocket reviews that you collect, as well as pulling all the positive reviews from those other third-party sites displayed right on your website, which again is where you want to make it the most prominent. Now listen, this is really cool. Review Rocket also automatically knows if it's a positive or negative review, but the positive ones, it'll take and share that good news to your social media profile. So you connect your social media profiles to the software, and then anytime something, and again, ours is set with 4 and 5 star, so you don't have to be perfect. If you got like a 4.8 rating, that's a pretty good rating. But 4 or better, again, according to most people, is what they would trust. But then it automatically would share that back over automatically to your Facebook business page, automatically to your Twitter account, so that other people will find out about the good news people are saying about you, and then it creates a link that goes right to your website as well. So really cool stuff there. This is what it looks like. They're actually branded images, so they show up in the timeline with the star rating on there and actually in the client's own words. So they're the ones telling the story, and it allows them the contact information so people can get back a hold of you as well. So anyone who is subscribed to your business channel or on your Twitter feed, they might see this. If they see it, it's a great advertisement. That is something that will help you get more calls and do more business. Now, I mentioned eliminating bad reviews as well at the beginning of the presentation. So here's the deal. There was a study done not too long ago that showed that the magic number is 10. So if you have 10 good recent reviews, almost everybody stops there. So if you happen to have a negative one, what you need to do right now is you need to bury it with 10 good ones and do it right away, because negative reviews absolutely kill your online credibility more than anything else. If people see a negative review, even just one, they start to question whether or not you're worth using for the service. And that is absolutely something you need to bury as quickly as possible. And the second thing, remember, is get in front of it. Have a system in place that actually lets people know that you're being proactive, asking for feedback, and then you handle any negative feedback so they don't go out and propagate that anywhere else, right? So here's an example of that. Now, this was a roofing company, and not only did they get a bunch of 5-star reviews by using Review Rocket, but they also caught a lot of negative feedback that could have really been damaging to their business. And instead, they intercept it, they work it out with the clients, make sure they weren't going to spread any more bad news all around, and they could be proactive by putting these systems in place and automating them so that they make sure that they happen. So they don't have to think about this, because what they do is just, once a month, they just upload all of, or they can do it weekly. I don't know their particular process that they're using, but what I recommend for our real estate and mortgage clients is once a month, at the end of every month, when you have your closed loans or your closed transactions, you simply go to the software and upload all of the closed loans or closed transactions for that month. And then it sends out the feedback request right away. If you want to do it more quickly than that, again, you can just go to the form right at closing or the day after, fill out the form with their name, email address, and cell phone number. Bam, it automatically goes to work. It sends an automated series of requests to them. If they leave feedback, it automatically knows and shuts off. After about 3 attempts, it doesn't ask anymore, so it's not like really annoying to people. But it's completely automated. Once it's set it and forget it, like the crock pot. It's beautiful. So that's something that's really important to get going. Now, listen, I mentioned that I have this pathway to a profitable online presence, and there's 7 different components. That's what I'm showing you right now, is my pathway to a profitable online presence. 7 different components. The top left, you'll see, is the one that's called Raving Fans. That's one I just shared with you, but there are actually 6 more things that are critically important for you to put together in order to have the most profitable online presence you can, especially in the real estate or mortgage space. So what I've done is I've put together a free Reviews to Referrals ebook. And so this is 7 surefire ways to get referrals using testimonials and reviews. And so this thing is awesome. It gives you very specific things that you can do right away to be able to generate business. And I'm going to give that to you for free. And all you have to do is schedule a complimentary 20-minute consultation. And we're going to go over all 7 of those credibility markers so that you can understand exactly what they are and how you'd be able to implement them. Whether you try to implement them on your own, or you decide you want to push the easy button and use our firm to be able to put it all together for you, you'll get the free ebook, which will give you strategies to get more reviews and referrals right away, whether or not you invest any money at all. So all you have to do is go to 7markers.com. Fill out the simple form with your name and email, and you'll talk to one of my trained and professional staff that know exactly this whole process, and they'll walk you through that pathway so that you fully understand how to have a profitable online presence. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I'll look forward to talking with you soon. Thanks a lot, guys.